Hi, I'm Colin. Welcome to Learn Somatics. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to release the buttocks, the glutes, the inner thighs, and the back of the body as well, the lower back in particular. So if you tend to get tension in your butt, your hips and legs, and in your back, this is really going to help all of that feel much more comfortable. So working position for this movement is laying on our front. So let's change positions now. So for this movement, the position of the arms is not so important. You can have them like this if that's comfortable, or if you prefer, you can have them under your hands under your cheek. So to start, bring your attention to the legs. Imagine you're trying to reach away with your both legs. And you'll notice that to reach away with both legs is to somewhat stiffen the legs, and you'll probably feel your bum start to engage. And then slowly just let that relax. And when you're ready, just repeat that. And as you're reaching away with your both legs, just allow the two legs to start to lift a little bit. And again, you're going to feel this creates tension in your back of your legs and your bum. Feel those buttock muscles starting to work. And then slowly relax. Let the legs soften and let the buttocks relax. Okay, let's repeat that a couple of times. Reaching away with the legs and just starting to, as they stretch away, as they reach away, helping them lift up a little bit. And the more you lift them, you'll see I'm slowly raising my legs, the more you'll start to feel this in your back and in your bum. And then slowly come on down. Okay, in the next repetition, I'm going to add a little detail. Reach away with the legs, reach long, make them like you're trying to touch something far away. And then just gently press your hips, the front of your hips down into the floor. And that will make your legs raise a little bit more. And it'll create more tension in the buttocks. And then when you come down, you're going to let all of that release. Like so. So we're just starting to get a feel for how we can use lifting of the legs, lifting and reaching of the legs to relax the buttocks and the back. So let's elaborate a little bit more on this. This time, as you reach away, you're going to lift again, press your hips down. And this time, I want you to press your legs together as you do that. And as you'll notice that because your legs are up in the air, and as you're pressing your hips down, it's going to make your entire bum feel kind of tight. And then from there, just slowly let it all come down. Keep your legs together and let your heels kind of drop out. And let's do that one more time. Reaching away, keeping the legs together, slowly lifting the legs and press the hips down, gently pressing the legs together. So you're getting now your back, your buttocks and the inner thigh muscles. And then from there, slowly let that relax, come down and let the heels drop out. All right, let's repeat that. Reaching with the two legs, keeping them together, and slowly lifting the legs, pressing the front of the hips into the floor, engaging the bum, deliberately contracting those buttock muscles and the inner thighs, like you're making a single leg out of your two legs, and creates a lot of clear sensation in the bum and in the legs, and then slowly come on down nice and easy. Letting those heels just sort of drop out. Okay, we're going to do one more repetition, and this time we're just going to add a lifting of the head. You can keep your head turned to whichever side you're at. So when you're ready, reaching along with the legs, squeeze the bum, keep the legs together, press the hips down, and just pick the head up a little bit. And you'll feel that creates tension all the way down the back. And then slowly come on down to rest. So now that we've done that with the legs pressed together, we're going to change tack a little bit. Let your legs just be apart now a little bit. And this time when we lift, we're going to let the legs move apart. So we're going to feel this less in the inner thighs and more in the outer part of the hip. So again, reaching long with both legs, feeling how they start to lift, pressing the hips down to get them to lift a little more, squeezing the bum muscles a little bit to lift them more. And then once the legs are up in the air, we're going to start to let the knees come apart like so. And you're going to start to feel this more in the outer part of your hips. And go as far as you want, what feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, just slowly let the legs come down in place, like so. And completely relax at the bottom, and you'll get a real clear sensation of your buttock muscles relaxing, your glutes. Now your legs have come down in the wide position. So let's see if we can lift them from here. When you're ready, again, just reaching the legs away, feeling how they start to lift, engaging your bum muscles quite deliberately so you can lift them a little more. And again, just adjusting how far apart the legs are until you feel like you're in a position where you're getting the most sensation in your buttocks. That's the working position. Press the hips down and then slowly come on down to rest, like so. So we can use this action of lifting the legs and adjusting the leg position to release the muscles of the back, muscles of the back of the legs, and the muscles of the glutes. Let's do one more. Lifting the legs, reaching away, adjusting the distance apart the legs are till we find where we want to get the release from, and then slowly coming on down, like so. Okay, let's do one more repetition and we're going to add the head. So slide those legs away, hips pressed down, legs lift up, engage the bum clearly, lift the head, and you can turn your head to whichever side is comfortable, or if you want you can just look straight up. That'll get all down your back. Don't press with your arms, make sure you're using your back muscles to do this, and your bum, and then come on down nice and slow, letting the legs and the entire back of the hips and legs relax. Let's just do one more little exploration on this to see if we've re-established some good control of the buttocks and the hips and the legs and the back. So bring their legs to a comfortable distance and start to reach them away again. Press the hips down, lift the legs up, pick up the head, and from here, can you bring the legs apart again and then bring them back together. Feel how when you bring them together engages the inner thighs, and feel how when you bring them apart, the further apart you go, the more you feel it in the outer part of your hips. And just do that a couple of times, just gently bringing the legs together and apart. See if you can do that with some control and feel like it's something you're able to do quite easily. And then as you're doing that, if there's a position along the way where you feel like you want to release, whether it's more outer or where it's more with the legs apart or with the legs together, just come down in that position and come to complete rest. Let's just do that one more time. Lifting the legs, lifting the head, and just nice and easily playing with the distance the legs are apart, whether it's far or close, and deciding which position you want to get the release from, whether that's the legs close together, far apart, or somewhere in between. You decide, and from there just come straight down to rest, like so. All right, let's lay on our back and see what we've got. So if you've done that slowly and carefully, your bum should feel much softer on the ground. Your pelvis should feel much more planted, and the entire backs of the legs should feel closer to the ground as well. It should also feel some more open and more spacious in your lower back. So just to finish this off, we're going to do one brief movement. Bring the legs to bent. Pop your hands behind your head. And in this position, just gently roll into an arch of the back. And then real slowly let that come down. Bring the elbows in. Just gently curl up a little, pressing your back into the ground, letting your tail roll up a little bit, and feeling your belly engage. This is just nice to lengthen out the back after all that extension. And then slowly come back to the floor, like so. I'm going to do one more of those, inhaling to arch, exhaling as we flow into this curled up position. Back presses down, belly tightens, head picks up. Use your hand, you can feel your belly is engaged, your back is nice and long now, and then slowly relaxing back to rest. Okay, lay out flat and just notice how that feels now. Even just after doing two of those arches and curls, that should create even a bit more space in your back and make you feel a bit longer and a bit flatter. So there's a nice simple way to release tension in the back of the buttocks, down into the legs, into the lower back, and even all the way up into the neck as we were lifting the head as well. Give that a try. Got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.